What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? What's going on? It's your guy Joe Martin checking in. Today is Wednesday, December 13th. We almost halfway through the month, and we are almost halfway through the end of the year. When we passed halfway, but we almost in the new year, y'all. So hope everybody is doing well today. Um, Hope everybody woke up today in good spirits. I hope everybody woke up today with a plan and a vision. You know, um, I just wanted to really jump on here today and share some information with you all and talk to y'all about a few things, right? So, one of the first things that I want to talk to you about is the question that I asked, right? Um, I know a lot of people goal in life was always to become a homeowner. So, I just want to know, is home ownership still a goal? You know, um, and if it is still a goal, right? What's stopping you from becoming a homeowner or pulling the trigger to even begin the process of home ownership? And if it's not a goal anymore, then the question is, what's stopping you from, or what took that off the table? What was it that took that off the table? You know, what are some of the things that hindered you from becoming a homeowner? And I'm checking my text message, y'all. Somebody texted me, you know. Yeah, so so that's my question. If home ownership is still a goal, and if it's not a goal anymore, why is it not a goal? And if it is still a goal, what's stopping you from becoming a homeowner? I know most of the times, right? A lot of things that stop most people from becoming a homeowner is they dealing with certain challenges, right? They're dealing with certain, whether it's your DTI, which is your debt to income ratio, whether it's your credit that needs to be improved a little bit, you know. But what is it that's stopping you from becoming a homeowner, or what's stopping you from even starting the process of home ownership? And if it's credit, y'all know we could take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's credit, I swear that's the last thing that anybody should be worried about is credit, right? Because you got a lot of resources, you got a lot of people out here that can help you with credit. And the beautiful thing is rolling into next year, I'm not I don't do credit repair no more. If y'all want to become a homeowner and if it's credit that's stopping you from becoming a homeowner and you need help with the credit, then I'm going to help you get your credit where it needs to be. I'm so focused on my software. I'm so focused on helping these businesses grow and scale that I don't want to spend a whole lot of time in my other business, which we did help with credit and we did do a lot of credit repair. So I'm at the stage in my life where I could stand on Kingdom Business, and what Kingdom Business is the philanthropy side of it. So I'm just finna start helping people get in position wherever you need to be, wherever you need to go. I'm gonna help you get in position. If you are a business and you need to grow your business and you need more exposure to your business online, I want to help you with that, right? I'm a resource. I've been doing this for like the last 20 years. I've been helping people get in position. So whatever it is that you need, whatever it is, and y'all make sure y'all share this video. Whatever it is that you need, any type of position that you need, I'm gonna help you get there. You know. So if you do have a plan and a desire to still become a homeowner, let me know. Just inbox me, message me, and say, "Hey Joe, I know credit is a thing that a lot of people don't want to talk about publicly. That's why we got DMs and private messages and things like that because you can always message somebody in a DM that you ain't got to worry about it being out there to the world. I understand. So if you need help with your credit, and if that's one thing that's stopping you from becoming a homeowner, make sure y'all reach out to me and let's get it in position, right? So, what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna share my screen and I want to share some information with y'all real quick, right? I'm gonna share this map, right? Because one thing I always tell people is that one thing that we can't do is we can't trip without a map. I don't care where you're going in life. I don't care where you're going in life. I don't care what destination you got, whether you traveling or whether you traveling in life or whether you traveling in business or if you traveling in personal business. One thing that we cannot afford to do is trip without a map, right? So What I'm finna show y'all right now is I'm finna show you a map, right? We're gonna talk about credit, then we're gonna talk about business, right? So we finna talk about a map. So y'all make sure y'all share this and share this. So because I know it's people that's probably on your timeline that need help. You know, it's people in your family that possibly need help, and it's people that's just connected to you or following you that possibly need help. You know, and like I told y'all, come 2024, I'm no longer charging people for credit repair, right? We got kingdom business. So if you connected to a church or organization, make sure y'all connect. You know, just make connect the dots, right? Because what kingdom business is gonna do, anybody in that organization will fall into the category of they get all my services as far as the credit assistance, they get that for free if they're in kingdom business. Now, if you're not connected to an organization or if you're not connected to a church, then you could be connected to my organization. And by you being connected to my organization, it gives you the ability to be a part of kingdom business, right? Listen, y'all, we finna move the kingdom, right? We finna shift the kingdom. We finna shift a lot of this stuff, man. Like it's so many people out here that's dealing with certain challenges and dealing with things that's like a cloud over their head, and it's just, some people don't really know how to think and think their way out of it because the reality is right here in their face. And a lot of times when we got certain hardships and certain things that's right here in our face, it hinders us from even thinking to the it just hinders us from thinking the way that we should be thinking because we so much consumed with the reality of what we facing. So real quick, let me go ahead and share this screen. Okay, I'm gonna share this screen, and I want to go over a few things with this screen. I want to go over a few things with y'all, right? So y'all let me know if y'all can see my screen. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. I'm gonna pull up my phone real quick because I shifted, so I can't see the comments right now. So y'all let me know if y'all can see my screen. And we finna go over this map real quick. And I'm gonna break some things down. So I might spend a little more time with y'all today, right? I'm gonna spend a lot of time today because I really want y'all to understand this. So I'm gonna spend some time with y'all this morning, right? And I don't care if y'all come and go. I don't care if y'all come in, lock in, stay. It don't matter because people are going to see this information and I want to make sure that they understand what they need to do. Okay. So I'm not going to go through this whole slideshow right here real quick. I'm not going to go through this whole slide, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through what we talking about right now, right? I'm going to go through what we talking about. So y'all make sure y'all share this video. Let me go ahead and present this. Um, let's see. If I go to present, let's see, I'm gonna go to present. I need to, nope, I don't want that. This is what I want right here. Okay, cool. So here we go, y'all. All right, let's go over this. All right, so we finna talk about it. So first thing I want to talk about is this map, right? So this is the map, right? I don't care what nobody say, right? This is the map that when we talking about business, right? So when I always talk to people about being able to go get anywhere from 10,000 to 150,000 or more in 7 to 14 business days. So people always be like, "Joe, how can I go get 10,000 to 150,000 or more in 7 to 14 business days? How is that possible? Is it something real?" Well, yeah, it is real, and if somebody ever told you that it wasn't real or it was impossible, then that's not true. I got my guy Walter Cash, and Cash, if you on here, uh, tune in. So I'm gonna tell y'all something about Walt Cash real quick, man. That's my brother, right? And I've been knowing Walter since I was 16 years old. And you know, thankful for Facebook, we reconnected over the years, right? We was able to reconnect. Um, so my brother came from a struggle. He came from a hard place, cause he's a two-stroke survivor. And I gotta share this, y'all. I gotta share this. My brother is a two-stroke survivor, man, and I remember I used to drill. I'm gonna come back to this screen because I gotta share this, y'all. I used to drill and walk head about credit. I used to always talk to Cash about credit, man. Credit, credit, credit. You know, and it take people some time to get to where they need to start pulling the trigger, because sometimes people be scared. Sometimes people be fearful for certain things that they don't move, But anyway, my brother had two strokes, man, and I remember one day he called me and I couldn't really hear what he was saying because of where he was at. He had to learn how to walk again. He had to learn how to talk again. He had to learn how to pretty much do everything all over again, you know. So my brother called me from Columbus at a nursing home when he was recovering, and I couldn't really hear what he was saying. But my brother said, what I did hear him say, man, when I get right, man, you the first person I'm coming to see. So my brother came and seen me when he got back right and he got back moving and he was back active. He came and seen me. And my bro came in, he joined with my organization. We started working. We started him a company. We built his credit. His credit is all the way up to a 750 plus already. We started first we built his credit up. Okay, we got him up. After we got his credit up, we we started him a business, okay? And then after we started him a business, I told him, I said, Cash, bro, you gotta share your story. It's a lot of people out here, man, that's going through this, that's dealing with the effects of having a stroke, and they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, man. You are one of the chosen people who made it through that dark tunnel of going through something like that, and you can share your story with so many people in the world that is possibly going through that same situation in life. I said, bro, you got to share your story. So guess what we did? I showed my brother how to write a book, man. Listen, this my brother book, y'all, and I'm gonna post the link in here. Y'all go and get Cash book, man. This is my brother book. I swear, man, y'all should drop a heart in the comments if y'all on here, and y'all drop a heart in the comments, man, because my brother came from a two-stroke survivor, a person that couldn't walk again, a person that couldn't talk, a person that just really couldn't use all of their functions. But guess what? My bro bounced back, started a business, started a Toro business. We was able to get him a Toro business going. We got him a book. He got a business. And guess what? I think my bro probably touched over 20,000 in less than 30 days, you know? So shout out to Cash. I just had to share that story, man, because his success is my success. When God put me in a position to be able to help people, I do that. And my thing is, I really want my brother and my people, anybody that's connected to me, I want them to grow and I want them to succeed in life. So I'm thankful that God put me in a position to be able to help people and help others, man. So, hey, Cash, shout out to you, bro. I keep your book on my desk, man. And next time I see you, man, I know I got this book. Oh, yeah, you did it. Look at my brother. My brother signed my book for me. So, shout out to Cash, man. That's my guy, you know. But I wanted to talk about that situation right there, man, because this map that I'm about to show you is this is the map, right? This is the map that we use and this is what we do to help people get to where they need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the map, right? So, at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, right? First thing that we always want to do is we always want to optimize our personal credit file, right? We want to always optimize our personal credit because when you optimize your personal credit file, this is going to get you a seat at the table, right? This is going to get you a seat at the table so that you can start doing business with financial institutions, underwriters, banks, lenders. This is going to get you a seat at the table, okay? So, when we talk about personal credit, and now let's talk about this first because this right here is uh, whether I don't care where you going in life, whether you want home ownership, whether you looking for financing, whether you looking for personal credit, I'm sorry, funding and financing to do these loans or anything, real estate, it always gonna start with personal credit. So you always got to make sure that you optimize your personal credit file first. Okay. Now, when we talk about personal credit, there's five factors combined that's creating your credit score. Okay, you got payment history. and payment history makes up 35% of your score. So we're gonna come back to this map. So let me go over here so I could show y'all what's actually creating a score, right? And this me at FICO, y'all. So if y'all didn't know, I teach the scoring with FICO. So I teach the scoring algorithm. So you got all these people out here talking about credit this and credit that, right? But we get it from the direct from the source, you know. So this me standing right here with Ethan. This is the president of FICO. This is the president of scoring. This my brother Flame. Me and my brother Sean. We sitting down with Miss Julie. That's one of our personal friends. She helps develop the scoring. You know, this over here, I think we over here with the president of the Federal Reserve, the president of Wells Fargo. You know, these are real relationships and real connections that we have with people um, that we've established over the years, right? So when I tell people I teach the algorithm of what's actually creating the credit score, we really do this, you know. I don't, and I hate the word guru. I ain't no guru. I'm just a man with a lot of resources that help people with information that I know to help them get in position. All right. So let's go here. I want to go, and that's me with Wallow. So I know a lot of y'all probably know Wallow. Let's go back. Uh-oh, hold on. Well, don't worry about it. We're gonna get to the picture that I'm trying to get to. All right, here we go. This is what I needed to get to right here. All right. So it's five factors combined that's creating your credit score. Okay. You got payment history. Payment history makes up 35% of your score. So in that 35%, you're getting 192.5 points. All right. So if you got anything like collections, charge offs, late payments, anything derogatory that's on the file, it's going to pull away from this 35%. So you missing some of that. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're missing some of that 192.5 whenever you got collections of derogatory items on the file. Okay. The next factor is utilization. Utilization makes up 30% of the score. So in that 30%, you're getting 165 points. Now, you got to make sure that you keep your utilization between 1 and 6% to get the bulk of that 165 points. You know, and a lot of people always say, well, Joe, how do I keep my utilization between 1 and 6%? Well, this is something that I'm going to teach you, and this is something that I'm going to show you because there's a method to using credit, right? It's a method, and you have to understand the method, right? So that's something that I'm going to teach you. Now, age make up 15% of the score. And in that 15%, you're getting 82.5 points. All right. Now, to get the bulk of that 82.5 points, you want to make sure that your age is between 10 and 12 years average. Now, something about age organically grows. So from the time an account hit the file, it's already creating age, right? And building age. So as that account stays on the file, the age grows on the file. Okay, so it don't matter if that account is closed, it don't matter if that account is open. From the date that that account hit the file, it's still going to calculate age within the file. Okay, the next factor is mixture. Now, mixture make up 10% of the score. So in that 10%, you're getting 55 points. Now, it's a four-piece mix that FICO is looking for. They're looking for uh, a personal installment. They looking for auto installment. They looking for a mortgage, and they looking for a revolving account. So those are the four pieces of mixture. So we want to make sure that we build the right mixture of accounts on the credit file, right? So I always tell people, you know, it's always content versus score. You know, everybody always score driven. Everybody always coming to me score, 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 score. But I be having to teach them, man, listen, it's more than just the score. You have to focus on the content as well, right? You got to have the right content because when you go into underwriting, if you go into manual underwriting, underwriter is going to actually look at your credit profile. Now, if you go into automatic underwriting, then it might just pick it up from the score, right? But there's always a chance that whatever that product is that you're applying for, is always a chance that that product will go into manual underwriting. So you want to make sure that you are always in position, okay? Now, the next factor is mixture, which is, inquiries, which is new credit. Okay, so these are the new accounts that you add. So remember, every time you add a new account, it lowers the average of your age. So y'all got to quit running out here getting all these inquiries and trying to add all these new accounts, because when you add a new account, it's going to lower your age. And remember, age make up 15% of your score. So in that 15%, you're getting 82.5 points, right? So every new account that hits the file is going to drop the average of the age. Okay? So be mindful of that. All right? Now, I want to go, let me just go back here real quick because I want to come back to this map. So now that we already talked about that, okay? Now I want to show this picture. Let me see. I want to show this picture. Nope, I don't want to start no meeting. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I want to pull this picture back up. So let me come over here because I don't think it's shared. So let me pull this picture back up. All right, we're going to do this. And then we're going to go back here. All right, cool. So now, here we go. So let's talk about this map right here. So we already talked about personal credit, right? And why you want to make sure you optimize that. The reason why you really want to optimize this personal credit file is because when, let me move this down a little bit. Okay, cool. Now, the reason you want to optimize this personal file is because when you start applying for business, okay? Now, let's talk about the LLC or the corporation that you start, because I tell everybody start a business, right? The reason why you want to start a business is because you want to be able to take advantage of the business benefits that's out there, okay? Now, the most important part whenever you start in this business is making sure that you got a fundable foundation. You want to make sure that your foundation is fundable, right? So that means if an underwriter go look at your business, they see something that's out there and everything makes sense, okay? Now, remember, when you're dealing with banks and when you're dealing with underwriters or any financial institution, it's always about risk, right? You're either going to be high risk or you're going to be low risk, okay? Um, the higher the risk, the more chances of you getting denied for that product, right? The lower the risk, the more chances of you getting approved for that product is there, right? So you all remember, it's always a risk assessment whenever you're dealing with underwriters, whenever you're dealing with lenders, whenever you're dealing with banks, anything, right? It's always a risk assessment. So the first thing that I always tell people is make sure that you got the same address matching across the board for that business. And don't never use no PO box. A PO box is a red flag. They're gonna flag you, and you probably gonna get denied for whatever it is that you're applying for because you got a PO box. The reason why a PO box is risk, high risk or red flag is because if a financial institution give you $50,000 right on that business and you got a PO box, what's the chances of you uh, of them getting in contact with you if you close that PO box and moved around? You know, so you got to make sure that you have a business professional address, and that address need to be the same everywhere that you put that business at. Because when you apply for certain things, or when you sign up for certain things in different accounts, whatever address that you put on that application is going to tie to your business. So if a bank is looking at your business and trying to figure out where your business is located and they see multiple addresses for your business, then that's a red flag. So you want to make sure that your businesses have the same address across the board. Okay, that business. The next is the NAICS code. So this code right here uh, dictates what industry. It lets the underwriters and the lenders know what industry that business is in. You know, you got a lot of industries that's out there that's high risk industries, and some industries is gonna do a they'll instantly deny you, automatic deny you because of the industry that it's in, right? Because it's a high risk industry, right? So you want to make sure that you have the right industry and do your due diligence. This is why you should always have a mentor or a coach, somebody that's going to help you navigate your way through this right here, right? Because you got a lot of people out here that just go and start a business, they move around the wrong way because they just operating off of what they see and what they hear versus operating from a coach or a mentor, somebody that could really teach them and show them the exact way that they need to go. Okay, so you need to make sure you do your due diligence on the industry that you are becoming in and making sure that it's not a high risk industry. Okay, next thing, you want to make sure you get a professional phone number. Okay, not no cell phone. You need to have a real professional business phone number. All right. Now, website. You need a website because if you coming in and you asking somebody for $50,000 and you know and they can't even look you up online to see if you even have a legitimate business, then what's your chances of somebody approving you for that? If they look you up and they can't even see that you got a legitimate business, right? So you need to make sure that you got a website, a professional website. And like I tell people all the time, make sure your website look bigger than King Kong. You know, a person that's looking at your business don't need to know if you got one, two, three employees or 500 employees, right? So make your website look presentable. Make sure it look bigger than King Kong. You want to make it look professional. You want to make it look right. Okay. So spend some time, get with a person like me. Let us help you design a website. Let us help you put all of this stuff together so that you can go out here and be as successful as you can be, right? Because once you put the map together and you got the map, just go. Okay. Now, here we go. Email. Now, a lot of my partners might, we might kind of bump heads on this topic right here, right? Um, get a professional email. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, if your business is called Green Cap, don't let your email be greencap at Gmail or greencap at Yahoo. You know, let your email be something like info at greencap.com or business at greencap.com, John Doe at greencap.com. Have a professional email, right? Because like I said, if an underwriter is going to look at your file or they looking at your business to determine if they're going to give you some money or not, make sure you got all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted. Okay. So now, so we talked about credit, personal credit. Now, we talked about setting up the business on a fundable foundation. A lot of people move backwards as well. They'll go get their EIN number before they get their LLC. Now, say if you go get your bid before they get their entity. Say you go because they're gonna if you go to irs.gov and get the EIN number, they're gonna give you that number for whatever information that you put inside there, right? So, say for instance, you go to irs.gov, get your EIN number for whatever the business name that you chose, right? And then you try to double back and go set the business up. And let's just say you put that name in there, right? And that name is taken already. So now you just wasted your time. Or if you go in here, you do this EIN and you just do your home address. Now guess what? When you go start your business, you got two different addresses, right? So you got to make sure you move in order, okay? Now after you get your EIN number, the next thing you want to do is go get your Dun and Bradstreet number. Now your Dun and Bradstreet is what you're gonna attach your vendor accounts to. So you know how when we get personal credit cards and things like that, they attach it to our social security number on your business. When you go get these vendor accounts on your business, they're gonna attach them to your Dun and Bradstreet number. Okay, so it's a totally difference. The EIN number is the employer identification number. That's for tax purposes. The Dun and Bradstreet number is gonna be your social, for like it's your business social that you're gonna attach your vendor accounts to. Okay, so now once you structure all of this, the next thing I want you to do is go open up a bank account for that business. Now, we got banks that we choose, and that I got like some of my favorite banks that I send a lot of my members to first, to go establish these relationships with, But I talk to so many people, and they always say, I say, how many bank accounts do you have for that business? And most people be like, well, Joe only got one bank account. So I always tell people, man, go open up 5 bank accounts. Okay. Go open up 5 bank accounts. And when you open up those 5 bank accounts, make sure you move your money through all 5 of them. So that means make a $5,000 deposit here, make a $2,000 deposit here, make a $300 deposit here, make a $5,000 deposit here. You know, make deposits in this bank. And when you make those deposits in this bank, it's just building up your trust with that bank. It's building up that bank trust within you to let them know that you are a solid member and you are an active member. Okay. So you want to make sure you move your money through these banks, and you want to do that about 90 to 120 days, right? Some banks you don't have to do it 90 to 120 days, but just solidify your membership with that financial institution, right? Now, once you do that, let's pull up. Let's do this here. Okay, let's do this here. This is what we gonna do. I'm gonna pull up this calculator real quick. Let me see if I got it. Let's pull this up. Let me move this over here. Let's pull this in here. All right, cool. So now I got this in here. So let's just say, for instance, if you went to all five of these banks, and y'all look at my little calculator over here. Let me pull it over here. Okay, let's put my calculator here. All right, cool. So here we go. We got everything structured, right? We got our personal credit optimized. We built our business on a fundable foundation, meaning we crossed all our T's and dotted all our I's. We got that. We got our EIN number. We got our Dun and Bradstreet number so that we can go ahead and start establishing some vendor accounts within our business. And then we went ahead and we opened up our 5 bank accounts. Now, we'll talk about these tiers later because um, tiers are basically in tier one. I want you to have 3 vendor accounts by the time you end tier one. Okay. Tier two, I want you to go ahead and add 3 more business accounts, right? I want you to add 3 more. So by the time you finish with tier one, you're gonna have 3 accounts. And then by the time you finish with tier two, you're gonna have 3 more accounts. So now you're gonna have 6. And then by the time you finish with tier three, I want you to add 3 more accounts. So by the time you finish with tier three, you will have 9 accounts. What's up, Jazz? Hold on, it's plugged up. I'm gonna have to get it to you in a minute. I'll bring it up there in a minute. So by the time you end tier three, I want you to have 9 accounts. And then by the time you end tier four, I want you to have about 13 accounts. Okay, gonna have about 13 accounts. So, but we'll talk about tier accounts later, right? So now we got 5 bank accounts that we opened up with our business. Okay, we got 5 bank accounts. So now let's just say, for instance, if you went into all 5 of these accounts or these banks and you say, hey, I'm interested in a business banking product. Okay, and they say, yeah, cool, Mr. John Doe, do you mind being a personal guarantor? Okay, do you mind being a personal guarantor? So what a personal guarantor is, meaning that that bank is going to go look at your personal credit file. This is why we started here. We're optimizing the personal file. This is why we started here. What's up, cuz? This is why we started here. Okay, because once we optimize our personal credit file, we need to put that up and put it in the garage, put a car cover over it. Because the only thing we need to use our personal credit for is to be a personal guarantor when we start moving on business. Okay, so when you go into these banks and you say you can already establish your relationship with these banks, and you say, hey, I'm interested in the business banking product, and they say, yeah, Mr. John Doe, do you mind being a personal guarantor? So John know he already optimized his personal file, so he say, yeah, I don't mind, right? So that means this bank gonna go look at the personal file. They're gonna see what they like because if you can control what the bank see, it'll determine what you get. Okay. So now, once you got your business bank account and you go apply, let's just say they got a $15,000 line of credit and they got a $15,000 business credit card, right? And let's just say you apply for both of those on the same day that you go. That's 30,000. Okay. You done when you got 30,000. So I'm gonna come to my calculator. So we got 30,000 because I got a $15,000 credit card and I got a $15,000 line of credit. So that's 30,000. Now we opened up 5 bank accounts. One, two, three, four, five. You go do the same thing to all 5 banks. And let's just say you get the same approval. Now we're gonna take that 30,000 and we're gonna multiply it by 5. Now you just went and got access to $150,000. You know, and this is the key, y'all. What you do with one business, you could do it with multiple businesses. So if you got business A and you set up the foundation on business A and you did everything you were supposed to do on business A as far as setting up the foundation. Let's say you got business B and you go do the exact same thing because business B is going to use you as a personal guarantor as well. Okay, but it's a different business, it's a different entity. So when you go into that bank, if I went in the bank today and I say, hey, I'm coming in here for Joe Martin and Associates, right? And they're gonna pull up Joe Martin and Associates, right? So the business that I handle with that bank or that financial institution is only Joe Martin and Associates business, right? Let's just say tomorrow I go back into the same bank and now I'm doing business as Simplicity Genius. So they're gonna pull up Simplicity Genius and it's a totally different business. So it have no, we're not even talking about Joe Martin and Associates. We talking about Simplicity Genius now. Okay. But I got two businesses, right? Two business bank accounts in the same bank. They different entities, right? So it's two different businesses. So if I was able to go get 150,000 with one business, I could do the same thing with the other business. So now let's take that 150,000 and multiply it by two. Now we just went and got access to 300,000 in business credit or business working capital. So now instead of using your savings, instead of using your profit from the business, now you could use the working capital that you have access to on the business to grow the business. It makes sense, right? Okay. So when I tell y'all, man, like it's not rocket science, right? But it is um no, a different EIN. You need a different for every business entity that you have, you need a different EIN. And that's my cousin. My cousin just asked, can they all be under the same EIN or do you have to separate them? Everything need to be separate. Every entity always need to be separate. Okay? So you want to make sure that you got, and I got my book right here. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all how much of a geek I am. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all how much of a geek I am. So, but now to answer your question, every business need to have a separate EIN number because everything need to be separated. Even though you control the business, it don't need to be the same. So everything need to be separated. Okay. So now let me come back over here real quick. Let me come back over here. So everything need to be separated. Shout out to my bro Jamarco. All right, let's go back over here. We're gonna go on the main screen. Cool. All right, let me show y'all something real quick. So, this my notepad. All right, this my notepad. Okay. Um, I put everything in this notepad. Right. I put everything in this notepad. And cuz you just asked me about do the EINs need to be separate? Let me show y'all something. These are a list of businesses that I have. Okay. And these are all separate EIN numbers. Okay. Those are all separate EIN numbers. Um, Properties, construction, advocate, management, logistics, all of these, right, are separate business numbers. I mean, separate EIN numbers. That means when I go establish bank accounts with those businesses, they are going to be separate entities. Okay. Nah, don't never keep, don't, because you need to separate the liability. Okay, so you always need to make sure that you separate the liability. All right. Um, if you got them all under the same business, and if that business just so happens to get sued or whatever, then it's gonna affect all of your businesses, right? So you need to have them all separated. Now, what you can do, cuz, is establish all separate entities and then put them all up under one trust. Okay, you could do that. But as far as the entity itself, you want to make sure you keep all of that separated. Okay, keep it all separate. And that because you want to make sure you go establish all separate business bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you got all because if you got one EIN number, you can't open up multiple bank accounts in that same financial institution under that same EIN number. So you want to make sure that you got all separate EIN numbers so that you could open up multiple bank accounts. All right. So I'm gonna share one more thing with y'all today, right? And this is powerful. This right here is gonna be real powerful. So we talked about how to go get access to anywhere from 10,000 to 150,000 in 7 to 14 days. We talked about that. All right. So in that state that you're in, right? In the state that you're in, you have a lot of financial institutions where you can go establish relationships, right? You can go establish relationships. So one thing that I want y'all to do is let me get down here. Let's see where we at, where we at, where we at, where we at. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. I'm pulling it up now, y'all. Here we go. All right, here we go. Now, setting up a different, a foreign entity. Okay. All right. What a foreign entity is. Okay. So now, when you set up a foreign entity, let's pull this up. All right. Now, that means you have a business in Atlanta or Georgia, okay, or Chicago. You got a business in Chicago, right? Let's just take Georgia for example. If I got a business in Georgia and I didn't build every relationship with all the financial institutions that I wanted to build a relationship with here in Georgia, right? And let's just say, for instance, I went through the surrounding states around Georgia, and I say, you know what? I'm gonna check North Carolina. I'm gonna check Florida. I'm gonna check Alabama, and I'm gonna check Tennessee. So those are four different states. So I'm gonna go into those states and I'm gonna set up a foreign entity in those states. The same business now. At this moment, cuz you don't have to change the business because it's the same business that you got registered in the state of Georgia. You just going to a different state around the states that you could get to in probably 4 or less hours, right? You go into those states and you want to set up a foreign entity in those states. Now, this what this does, it allows you to get funded in different states. So that means that if that state got a bank that does good with business and that it only does business in that state, now by you setting up a foreign entity in that state, it gives you the ability to be able to go in that state and set up a relationship there. So now you can maximize the funding and be able to 5x the amount that we could get for each LLC. Okay. If you don't have this, you would be restricted to only some banks, right? So that means that if you don't have a foreign entity set up in different states, then you can only be restricted to the banks that's in your state. But if you move around, if you got everything structured out the right way and built out the right way, then you can go ahead and start establishing these relationships with the surrounding states, right? And then you can go build relationships there to get you access to more funding. All right. So let me pull up my drive. I hope don't nothing pop up here that I don't need to be showing. But let me pull up my drive real quick, and then I'm gonna go to my drive, and then I'm gonna go to funding. Let's go to funding. So I'm gonna go in my funding folder, and then in my funding folder, I'm going to open up this and preview this real quick. So let's preview this. All right, here we go. So now, all right. So what this is that y'all looking at right now, do I got a magnifying glass on here somewhere? Let me move this phone over a little bit. Yeah, there go a magnifying glass. Nope, I don't want full width. I want to come back in. Okay, cool. So now what y'all looking at right now, this is every bank that's in the Federal Reserve right here, right? So if I like here goes Charlotte right here, right? So if I'm looking for all the banks that's in the area that I want to go establish relationships with, here's every bank that's in the the Federal Reserve, right? So if I'm working with somebody that's in Chicago and they say, hey Joe, these are the four cities or the four states that's around my area, then I could just go to my list and I could find all of the banks that's in those states, right? And if that person want to go establish those relationships there, they can go establish those relationships and start getting access to working capital. Okay. I tell people all the time, man, like we got to get off of the personal and stand on the business. Okay. So the personal credit only needs to be used to optimize the file and be a strong personal guarantor moving forward. Okay. So that's it, man. And this is gonna bring us back to our first initial question, which is um, that question is right. Is home ownership still a goal? And if home ownership is not a goal anymore, why is it not a goal? You know, what is it that's stopping you from becoming a homeowner? And if it's not a goal, why is it not a goal anymore? What made you take that off the table? You know, and if it's credit that you're dealing with, right? If it's credit challenges that you're dealing with, like I said, come 2024, um, I'm standing on philanthropy business. It's all kingdom business. So what kingdom business is any church that's involved with Kingdom, or any organization that's involved with Kingdom Business, every member of that organization gets free credit assistance. Okay, that means I don't care if you got a church with 700 people. I don't care if you got a church with 1,000 or 15,000. Every member in that church will get assistance from myself and my staff to get them where they need to be, as far as that goes. Okay. Um, if you don't have an organization or a church that you connected to, then you could come join my organization, right? Join my organization, get a membership with my organization, and then we work and we get you where you need to be. Okay. But that's what Kingdom Business is. And so as far as jobs go, right? Because I asked the question, and one of my cousins commented and said, because the question was, what took home ownership off the table, right? And jobs be rocky. As long as you in the same industry, cuz it don't matter how many jobs you change over, as long as you stay in the same industry, you know. And it's just a matter of getting with somebody and understanding the the map, right? And sometimes you got to be a little creative and do what you got to do, but be creative because it's a lot of opportunity and it's out here, So, you know, um, as long as you're in the same industry, though, you'll be all right. As long as you're in the same industry. So, with that being said, I want y'all to share this video. I want y'all to comment below. And once again, I want to shout out to my guy. I don't know if he's still on here, but my brother, like I said, my brother called me from the nursing home after having 2 strokes. He couldn't walk, he couldn't talk. Uh, his credit was probably in the low 500s at the time. My bro called me from the nursing home and he said, Joe, when I get right, you the first person I'm coming to see. When my brother learned how to walk again, when my brother learned how to talk again, he came and seen me. We got busy. We started working. We got my brother up to a 750 plus credit score. We started my brother a business. We started Turo business as well. And I helped my brother write this book. Okay. I tell people, man, your story is worth being told, right? Because we talking about a brother that had 2 strokes. Y'all see it. It say 2 stroke survivor. We talking about a brother that had 2 strokes, couldn't walk, couldn't talk. Everybody left him in the midst of what he was going through, you know, and he prevailed through all of that. And today he's a nationally, internationally published author. This book is available in every country, you know, in every country. He he right here. He on here. Cash, if you on here, say something, bro. They want to know who you is, man. So if you still on this video, man, say something. You know, so that they could follow you, man, and they could get access to your book, bro. So if you still on here, say something. So they could, make yourself be known. Publish your put your website. We built bro a website. We built bro a system for his business. We helped him put his book together. His book is available everywhere, and this is a real testimony, right? I don't get on here to just talk about what I know. I don't get on here to just be out here and fluff and flex and tell people this or tell people that. You know, we got real receipts. We got real people. You know what I'm saying? We got there you go, cuz he just posted on there. His link finna pop up now. We got real people that we really helped. You know what I'm saying? Like I stand on this. God gave me a gift and I'm gonna use my gift to uplift my community and get my people where they need to be at. You know what I'm saying? This is real, right? Like it ain't this is real. It's solid. And I love my people. So at the end of the day, man, I'm telling y'all what I know. And I've been doing this for over 15 years now. I've been helping people for a long time. I ain't one of them dudes that's out here running around screaming guru this or guru that. I'm just a man with many resources. And if you want to get resources and you want to lock in with me, come lock in with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna cost you something, some type of investment, right? Because I don't have a not-for-profit business, right? And this is how I eat. So at the end of the day, if you want to move and you want to grow, come on, let's work. because we got it. So with that being said, man, uh, we finna slide. I got some work to do, so I'm gonna jump off of here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Um, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all got some good information. Um, and if you need help with doing anything and you want to get to a certain place in life, if I had to start over and do everything all over again, you know what I'm gonna do? The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go run and get me a mentor and a coach. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get me somebody that had already bumped their head, somebody that had already made mistakes, somebody that had already did everything right. I'm gonna go get me a mentor. Oh, Cash, look, let me show you something, bro. We coming back. We coming back, y'all. So we coming back real soon. In 2024, we coming back. So we ain't stopped this yet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stopped this yet, man. We gonna rock out 2024. We rocking out, y'all. We ain't stopped. You know, y'all see the keyboard and the y'all see the keyboard and everything over there. You know what I'm saying? And right now, this I'm setting it up. You know what I'm saying? We finna get busy, y'all. So hey, we finna get busy, y'all. We gonna get busy. I got this. Let me tell y'all how I got this. Why I got this, right? Um, this that new MPC, okay? This the new MPC, and the reason I got this, my good friend Ruben James, uh, good friend, man. When I was going through what I went through, when I lost my nephew, when I lost my father, when I lost my daughter, when I was taking a lot of them hits when I was younger, um, when I was taking a lot of those hits when I was younger, my brother was right there to help me lift me up, man. When I was going through that dark tunnel, when I was going through that depression stage in my life, when I was going through that, um, my brother Ruben always was right there to help me lift me up. You know what I'm saying? And he passed away from cancer. You know, but before my brother passed away, he was like, "Joe, get your son at MPCX." He said, "Get your son at MPCX, man." And so when he passed away, I went and dropped down on it, just in his honor. I went and got it. So now, um, I'm finna rebuild the studio, right? So when I start going live now, this my workstation right here. But over there in that little corner that y'all see right there, that whole wall is gonna be the new studio. So we finna really set this thing up, and that's gonna be the studio over there. So I'm putting everything back in here. So I might not be rapping no more, right? I ain't gonna rap no more, but I will get in here and produce some music. I will pen some music because I'm still a fool with that pen. So if y'all didn't know, I always been a fool with that pen. So at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna write some good music and just do the things that I love, man. And I be telling people, man, find something that you love, man. You know, definitely got man Leak. That's I'm probably Leak number one fan, cuz. I'm Leak number one fan. I listen to Leak every day. Matter of fact, let me show you, cuz. I'm finna show you something, right? If I go to my Spotify, let me go to my Spotify. And I don't know if y'all gonna see this, right? I don't know if y'all gonna see this. But look at my Spotify, cuz. Can y'all see it? Look at my Spotify. Ah, come on, it ain't gonna show me. Look, that's my Spotify. I listen to cut and listen. Let me show y'all something real quick. Y'all see me over here on Spotify now. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Cuz that go Leak right there, cuz. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Yeah. I listen to Cuz every day, y'all. But yeah, man, shout out to the fam, man. Shout out to the fam. You know, y'all go and I'm gonna post leak Spotify in here too. So they can go check that. Hey, that's family, man. OTF, only the fam. So, but yeah, man, we on it, man. So that's what's up, man. Y'all be good. Um, stand on kingdom business, and y'all make sure y'all do what y'all do, man, and just keep building. You know what I'm saying? Don't never stop building. Don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody get in your ear and tell you what you can't do because you can do it. You know, at the end of the day, prayer without works is dead. So if you praying for anything, you got to put some type of action behind it. You know, we could pray all day, but if we ain't moving our feet and we ain't putting no action behind it, it's not gonna happen. So you want to make sure you put some action behind that prayer. But it is possible. I beat the odds. I know where I came from. A lot of folks that follow me, that know me all my life, they know where I came from. So at the end of the day, man, we got to make sure we move our feet and do what we got to do because it is possible, right? So with that being said, we gonna go out today on my boy Leak, my cuz, fam. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Y'all be good. Peace.
See me on my grind, finna go put your name in diamonds. You can get your chance to shine. I read our text from time to time. Stop myself from crying. I know you see your brother hurt. Now with your murder was a lie. I think about Zensky when I slide. See, I finish on spot. I'm popping X when I go ride. I'm out all night, ain't even time. So I come out one of mine. Play with us, somebody dying. His blood said about my niggas. You said, then somebody lying. When I spin this back to back, don't run, don't let we out behind. Play with us, you gotta get clapped. Real rap, no cap. I don't be